Hear me perfectly fine. Perfect. Lovely. And a number 2 in the chat if you can see me perfectly fine. Lovely. Brilliant. Okay, guys, how are we doing? Nice to see everybody. Who have we got in here today? It's a packed crowd. It is. Who do we have? Ultra Up Lemon, Sasha, Tiana, Simona, Sean. Pepperoni Pizza is back. Love a pepperoni pizza. I might have that for dinner. Lemon Shay, Leo, Kevin, Kat, which is Georgia, Finn, Pizza Panda Maya, I think. Polar Bear. I love polar bears. Natalia, Lemon Ignacio, and Alicia. Nice to see everybody. Right, first things first. One way to let you guys know, don't forget we're having the Tech Club Live party, and that will be happening on Thursday at 4:30 p.m., which will be an hour. And guys, remember, it's everybody's invited to that one. So no problem, Alicia. But yeah, everyone's invited to come to that one, and it's going to be a party. We won't be doing any coding, but we will be doing Kahoot. We will be doing Nitro type competitions to see who can be really good at Nitro type, and also we will be doing music editing and video editing. Okay, thank you very much, Andrew. I think that's enough there. Lovely. Everyone in my concerts will know about this. Perfect, Alicia. That's great news. I'm sure we all want to have a great time. But basically, the reason why we're doing this, guys, is because yes, I did use you for the poster, Natalia. I thought, who better to use for the poster than other than Natalia, one of our ambassadors there. And yeah, the reason why we want to do this, guys, because obviously everyone's in lockdown, we're all learning from home. Why not just have a bit of fun and have a couple of mess around? Why not? Yeah, and challenge ourselves on Kahoot and challenge ourselves in Nitro type. Thank you very much. I believe that is enough of those emojis. Thank you. Okay, what I'm going to do, Roberto, what I'm basically saying is you need to invite Nico to do our Tech Club Live party, which will be happening on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Okay, thank you very much, Polar Bear. Brilliant. Yes, he's absolutely free, Roberto. So tell Nico he can join us for absolutely free. Simona, you know Nico as well, and Tanya, you know Nico. So yeah, tell him as well because I know he wants to join. Yeah, Nico, you know him very well. So if you know him on a whatever you message, guys, I'm sure you have lessons with him. So yes, Nico from your school, Simona, yes, and let him know that he can come as well. And anyone else from Stanhope School, guys, feel free to let them know. Okay, shall we move on? Do I need to close the chat? Thank you, Simona. No? Okay, cool. Let's respect the chat then. Lovely. All right, guys. So can you all head over to Code Emoji? I'm going to create that button for you now. We're going to do some CSS today. We're going to have a Kahoot. I haven't created a new one. I've been very busy. Obviously, I wasn't here yesterday. I mean, last week, sorry. There we go. Code Emoji. If you need it, it's there. There we are. I think that's right. Will that work? Yes, it will work. Perfect. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, guys. Lovely. Right. So today we are going to do some CSS. But first, before we do some CSS, let's recap on where we are with our HTML. Okay, everybody. So if you're all over there, that's right, Georgia. We will be doing the hover as well. I know some of you guys have, I think, done some of this. I think I'm not sure. Maybe 1 or 2, 3 of you, maybe. But brilliant. Sasha's in. I'll give you a couple of more seconds, guys, to log into Code Emoji. You didn't save it, Maya? Oh, no. Not today, Shay, but we will be doing it in a bit this week. No, not a new project. It should be this project that you've saved that we've been working on. Yeah? Have we got that project open? Well, let's start opening now. Sean, have you got yours open as well? No, you're right, Sasha. Okay, pepperoni pizza. That's why we're going to bring you up to scratch today. Yep. Well, we're all going to do. We haven't started yet, so we're going to start right now. Okay. So if we all follow perfectly, brilliant. Okay, guys, I'm going to close the chat now. My car. Okay, you lost your website. Right. Well, let's go from this. Let's go through this from the top. If you have lost your website and you don't have a project open, open up a new project now. And if you need to know how to open up a new project, I'll show you quickly. Right. You log into Codemoji. You know you've all got the logins. Everyone's got an account on Codemoji. On the left-hand side here, you've got the tiger, the dashboard, learn to code, my projects. Click on my projects. Once you've clicked on my projects, as you can see, my project is here. Yeah, and I just click on that one to edit. And if you want to open a new project, this is your new project here. You just click on new project and you should have a plain new project there, okay? Oh, I didn't save mine either. That's bad. Yes, I just lost my coding as well. So let's go from the top and then we can all do this together because I just lost my code as well. That's what happens when you don't save. Isn't that right, Mr. Hines? Yes. Okay, right. So let's go to the top and let's start as soon as possible, okay? Sean, what do you need help with? Mr. Sims, are you available? Yeah, we're all going to start that now, yeah? Okay. So if we're about to start all the code from the top, from the beginning, we're going to do the code. And we're going to go through it quite quickly. So let's all focus as much as possible so we're all at the right pace and we're all going to be really clean. Well done, Natalia. Oh, no, Georgia. Yeah, I knew a few of you had done a bit of it. But let's go from the top, make sure it's all clean. The most important thing is making sure your code is clean and neat. Okay, it's actually really, really important. So, okay, cool. Here we go. Chat closed. Chat closed. Here we go. Right. On your first line, number one, I hope those of you have got your projects open. They should look blank, and this should be the page that we have at the moment. On line one, in your HTML line, I will put the code in the chat if you need to see it. That is HTML. Why? That's because that will show us that the website is a HTML document, isn't it? Right? Perfect. Okay. So let's open bracket. I'll do it with you. Open bracket, HTML. When we open the bracket, we hold down shift, open the crocodile bracket, type HTML, close the bracket again with bringing in the other crocodile brackets there. On line two, okay, should be body. Okay, the same way we did HTML. Open the bracket, type BODY, then use the other bracket there, the other crocodile bracket. All right. Okay. Is everyone okay at that part? Is everybody okay at that part so far? Who is not there? Have you done that part at all? Okay. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. Fantastic. Mr. Sims, I'm going to pop you in a room with Sean quickly, if you don't mind. Have you got your code available? I'm pretty sure you have. Thank you very much, Mr. Sims. Lovely. Okay, cool. So close the chat and let's go back to our code. Like Natalia said, I think, or Georgia, on line 3, we have the open bracket one, right? So we open H1, sorry. So we open bracket like so. It's sometimes mine's actually indented for me, which is fantastic. H1, you know that H1 is a heading, and then we close that bracket again. Okay, shift, close that bracket. All right. And then I'm going to now name this Mr. Hines. I'm changing it now to music website. I love music. Okay. I love your music on BandLab. And with that, I've done this. We need to close this tag. Okay. Some of you already know that with the new HTML5, you can leave it and it will automatically understand that it can close it. But for good practice, we are going to close all of our tags. Okay. And that's for good practice. So I open the bracket here, /H1. Then we're going to close that bracket here. There we go. It's neatened itself up. Fantastic. Now, on line 4, we press enter and you move down to line 4 if you don't have your anything there. Okay, now we're going to use the marquee tag, and I'm going to put that into the chat if you need to see that. And remember, most of you know that what the marquee tag does allow your text to move from left to right across the page in an animation. Okay, and that's the marquee tag, which is there in the chat if you need it. And also here, you cannot copy and paste, unfortunately. It doesn't work like that with code emoji, which I think is a fantastic thing, because that allows us to write the code in. So we've done the marquee tag. Now we want this marquee writing to be smaller than the H1. So to make it smaller, we go higher numbers. So let's open another tag here and make it H2, okay, and close that one with another crocodile bracket. Remember, Alicia found this last time. It was we wanted to underline our marquee tag, or what was going text that was going to move across. So we open the bracket, we put the U in, and we close that bracket, okay? And then we put the text. And I'm going to put here, welcome to my music site, okay? With an exclamation mark. And now that we've done what we're putting in that part, our text, what we want coming across the web page, we're going to close our underlines. So in order to do that, we're going to, again, after our text, open the bracket, /U, then close that bracket, and then the next one again, and we're going to close our marquee, because if we don't close it, what's going to happen? Somebody tell me what's going to happen if we don't close it. I'm going to open the chat in 3, 2, 1. What's going to happen if we don't close the marquee? Exactly. Well done. Well done, Simona. Well done, Natalia. Exactly. Everything will move. Yes, exactly. Make the paragraph move. Well done, Sasha. That's right. It's good, good, good. That's good news. Good news. We're all on the same page. That's great to see. Okay, so now that we've closed that, we're going to move on to the P class, like Sasha has put in there. You already know, guys, that the P stands for paragraph. So this is where we're going to write a paragraph of text, right? So let's open that bracket, and then we're going to put the letter P for paragraph, space, and I want you to write class. Same way you would write class in school. It's CLASS. Then look at the top of your keyboard. You have 7890, then dash, then equal sign next to your delete. I want you to put the equal sign there. So just press the equal sign, equals. And then if you look where your at symbol is, if you just press that without holding shift, you will get your apostrophe. I want you to label this class as A, apostrophe, and then close that bracket. What does that mean? I want somebody to tell me what that means. What does P class equals A mean? What have I done there? Chat is open, 3, 2, 1. What have I done? What have we done, sorry? We've written P class equals, what is it we've just done? Kind of, but I want you to just explain every single part so we know the paragraph. So we know that as the P is paragraph. What you're right, Simona, but give me a bit more detail. Added a new class for code, kind of, Roberto, kind of. P class equals A. A few people are typing there. No problem, Roberto. We're going to find out. Any other ideas? Okay, so P class equals A. So we've got the P equals paragraph. And remember, we used the analogy like school. And we said that because imagine we have loads of different students in here like we do. We have children from Stanhope, Our Lady of the Rosary, and St. Raphael's School. Remember? And the class, and you all wear different uniforms, okay? That's right, Georgia. The classes are kind of like uniforms. You all wear different. So you're saying P class A. A is a class A, if you will. And that's a particular style and design, yes, for that paragraph. So the paragraph is class A. Class A wear a certain style of uniform. So if we want another uniform, What do I need to do? If we want another uniform, exactly, Simona. We do P class B P class equals B. Yes, and then we know we've got class A and class B, and we can apply different styles or different uniforms to these different parts of our website. Yeah, do you understand? Good. So P class equals A. That means that whatever's in A, which is this website is about having fun with my friends. I'm going to change that. This website is all about different types of music I'm going to put in there. Is that right? This website is all about. Now, what I want you to do, if you're doing this with me right now, I want you to go back into your code and click save code right now. Let's do that together. Save code, project save. Fantastic. We've all saved our code there together, right? So we're at the right place. Yeah, perfect. Brilliant. Okay, guys. Do I need to close the chat? Do I need to close the chat? Thank you. Okay. So we've added, so we know that this website is all about different types of music. We'll have a class A design. Now, let's do another one, right? And let's add class B. But what we should have, actually what we need to do first, sorry, is we're going to create a box. What is the code for boxes? Somebody tell me. Sasha, you be the first. Good, well done, Finn. Well done. Well done, Finn. Yes. Div means box, basically, in coding. Yeah. Well done. See some good hands up from Our Lady of the Rosary there. Very good. Very impressed. Is Sean back, is he? Not yet. Okay. Right. So, div. Go to line 6. Div. Open the bracket. Div. That's a box. What's div class mean? What does div class mean? What does it mean? Well done, Simone. Exactly. Box class. It's the box class. But what does the class mean? Remember? What does a class mean? Class is like a group. Uniform. Well done. That's right. A uniform, a style, a design. Thank you, Mr. Sims. Where's he gone? There he is. Perfect. Yes. So if we go back, div class equals. Now, instead of a or a B, we're going to put image, MAGE, and this will make sense later. Okay. Apostrophe, close the bracket, space. We've got a what? Close it. Open the bracket, /div, and then close the bracket there. Okay. Now, remember we said we was going to make 2 classes. So we're going to make a P class now for B. So do the same that you've done with P class A, but just change it to P class B and put some more text. So do this with me now, whilst I'll close the chat. Yeah. Good. Okay, here we go. So do this with me now in case you haven't done this. Open the bracket, P class equals apostrophe B apostrophe, close that bracket. Okay, we've got some code there. Now we've made up P class B, right? Space. I'm going to put here, my text is going to be, what type of music do you like? Yeah. And then, as you already know, I need to close this paragraph with a closing P tag, like so. Okay. And there we have it. How are we looking there? As everyone at this point? Who is not at this point? Good. Well done, Maya. Is that Maya or Andrew? Well done. Who is not at this point? Well done. That looks good. No, you want to close that. It's not Sasha, on line 5, P class equals A. You need to close that. That shouldn't be having a closed div. It needs to be a closed P. So you know you've got a closed div. It needs to be a closed P. Okay, it's probably a good idea to actually paste some of your code. I don't know how you paste your code actually. You know you can actually. Div class equals image. Yeah, that's perfect. But then put the / on that, Sasha, and you need to close a P. Yeah, close with a P. So you know you've closed with divs. You need to change anything with the P class needs to be closed with the P. Okay, not with the div. All right. All right. Close it with the P, not with the div, please. Okay. Good. I am Andrew. That's great. Okay. Make sure you're deleting it correctly. Okay. Make sure you're deleting it correctly, um, Sasha. Okay. Right, what we're going to do is going to do one quick line of CSS, and then we will do a short Kahoot. Okay, and then we will move on to Mr. Evans's lesson, who is waiting patiently. Okay, let's do this first bit of code of CSS. Okay, so what we're going to do, some of you already know this, some of you don't. I'm going to close the chat. We're going to move forward. Remember, this lesson is recorded. We're going to move forward. Go to your CSS box and click on your line 1 for me. Go to your CSS box, click on line 1. Make sure that you have the text ready to go on line 1. I don't know what you call that, cursor. Okay, so I want you to type the word body. Just the word body. That's all you need to type. B-O-D-Y. What are we calling? Somebody tell me what we are calling. 3, 2, 1, chat open. What are we calling? We are calling the... Well done, Roberto. Very good. We are calling the body. So well done, Simona. Exactly. So now that we've written body in the CSS column, we are saying we want to add design to the body of HTML. Well done. Okay. So now that we've done body, you need to find your curly brackets, right? Press space bar. And if you look at hold shift, and if you look next to P on your keyboard, look at the letter P on your keyboard. Next to it, you'll have the two, you can see the 2 curly brackets. Hold shift down and press the left curly bracket once. Okay. And then press your space bar one more time and type background. I'll do that for you. BACKGROUND. That's background. Okay. And then background dash. So if your dash is next to your equals that we used before. So let's go before the equals, sorry. So if you look up where it says 890, there's a dash. So if you press that dash, and color is spelled in the American way, which is C-O-L-O-R. That's C-O-L-O-R. Okay. Then what you're going to need to do is, if you look where your letter L is, next to it you have the colon and the semicolon. That's where the L is. I want you to hold shift and press the semicolon, and you'll see your text will just turn yellow there. Okay. Perfect. And now that you've done that, I want you to do a space, another space bar. Lovely. You can choose whatever color you want. You should probably copy me for now, but I'm going to choose light green. So L-I-G-H-T, green, one word. I don't want you to change it just has to be one word at this moment. Okay. So light green is going to be one word, not with no space in it, as you can see. Okay. Now you can see that the body has the body of the HTML has now changed to the color that I've written in the CSS. Okay. Now all I need to do is close that. Okay. And the way I'm going to close that is just to go back to where your letter L is, and on the right of the letter L is your semicolon. It's a semicolon there. You can leave it like that, to be honest, but it's good practice to hold shift and finish it off with a curly bracket as well, just to make it look a bit neater and tidier, and which is what a lot of professional coding is about making sure that your code looks neat and tidy. Okay, so that when someone comes and sees it, they can say, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." For example, on line 7, I'm probably going to press spacebar a couple of times and bring that P class in so that it is level with the other P class there. All right. So for now, we'll work on that and we will move forward. How is everybody doing on that one? Let me know in the chat box for me, please. And what colors did you choose? Nice. Good. Okay. What's wrong, Maya? Make sure you've got the spaces correct, Matt. I'm going to copy and paste the code, but I'm not going to, I'll pin it to the chat, okay? There we go. One, and then I'll pin that to the chat. Body, space, curly brackets, space, background, dash color. Oh, good. That's perfect. Well done, Sasha. Really good, Sasha. I'm really impressed with you. You're doing really, really well. Shows yours yellow, Roberto. Very nice. Good. Very nice. Good, guys. Well done. I'm glad you see it. Lovely. Okay. Should we get on to the old bamboo? Let's change the screen. The code is 4124129. Here we go. Mr. Evans, we will run a little bit late. I do apologize. I'm going to move you into the now. We will be, yeah, this has got 15 questions. So give us 10 minutes if you don't mind, Mr. Evans. Is that okay? Well done, Matt Lemon. Finally, we got there. Good man. This is a HTML Kahoot. You have done this one before. I don't think it is the old. I don't think you haven't done this for maybe 3 weeks or so. Save. Do you know what? Mr. Hines is really bad sometimes. Save your work. Go down to the bottom, click save code. Save code now. Thank you. Who was that? I should give points to whoever reminds us to save. That is such a great incentive. Well done. Save it now. Save it now. Who is it? Pepperoni is back. Is that Andrew? Is that Andrew? Yes, save. We need to create a song about saving. The same one we got about shutdown. Sasha, we're gonna have to start it when we start. Mr. Evans is waiting patiently for his lesson. So as soon as I've got max 15 in there, minimum 15 in the Kahoot, we need to get going. All right. If you're gonna go toilet, you have to go toilet. That's down to you, my friends. You're in your house. You can do whatever you want. 13 in there. Save your work. Save your work before you go toilet. How about that? Save your work. We're going to start doing, we've got to do something. I'm going to do a save your work song with Mr. Evans is going to be singing and rapping. And, yeah. And we'll do something else. Actually, it's a little project there. 13. Yes, Andrew. Okay. 13. Are we waiting? Who else are we waiting for? Are we waiting for anybody? Let me know. Yeah, I think we're gonna start. 3, 2, 1. You can join afterwards if you need to. 2021 HTML Kahoot. You have done this in 2021. What does Oh gosh, how easy is that? I feel like skipping that question. I'm not even going to read it. It's very easy. Let's move on from that one. That's far too easy. Is Google partially made with HTML? You guys should have a much thorough understanding now. Yes or no? Oh, yeah. This one's too easy, isn't it? I'm going to make a new one. This is HTML CSS. I'll be surprised if we got that wrong. We're surprised if we got that one wrong. Yeah. We've got some more new ones. Got some more new ones coming out. Okay, CSS, obviously. We've just done that. Well done, Tanya. Something. Lemon Our Lady, TikTok Robbie. Roberto, can you change your name for me, please? I'm sorry, I've got to kick you out. Sorry about that, Roberto. Pizza Panda and Pepperoni Pizza. Thank you. What must go at the beginning of a HTML file? Doc type HTML. Dog type, doctor type, or doggy type? Oh, that was a quick one. You've got to be quick, guys. You've got to be quick. Pepperoni Pizza, Stand Up Amazing, Ultra Old Lennon, Blues Pidgey. Okay, that's fine. All HTML tags have end tags. Ooh, trick question. Okay, this is before HTML5. It's before HTML5. Just so you know. Yes, good. Well done. Stanhope Amazing. Oh, Stanhope. They want that point. HTML is used to create what? What's it used to create? Programs, mobile apps, web pages, or animations? It's kind of a tricky question, really. Ish. Yeah, you all know that. Next. Why is HTML important? This one way too much. You need a new one. I might. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I might triple test you. Yeah. Well done. Very good. Everyone chose the correct answers. Either way. Very good. Which is great news, to be honest with you. I'm glad that you all knew that. Mobile games are made by HTML. True or false? False or true? Mobile games are made by. Yeah, you're right. To be honest, guys, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't thinking of doing a Kahoot today, but I felt like let's do it. I wanted to focus on the CSS because I wanted us to do more coding on the CSS because I think we need to improve on that. But I'm too nice to you. Brilliant. Let's move on. Well done, Stand Up Amazing. In HTML, everything is a box. True or false? Everything is a box in HTML. Is that true or false? That's all right, Simona. In HTML, everything is a box. Yes, it is. Everything is a box. What code is a box? What code is a box? Just to make Mr. Hines happy. Thank you very much. Well done. It is a box. Is to make it lovely. And hope amazing. If I want to make that box small, how do I make it small? What process should I do to make it small? What do I do? Where do I go? No. Where do I go? So I've done div. Now, where do I go to make it? Well done, Simona. That's right. I'll go to the CSS, and that's where I create my uniform for that box or my design in style. Good. Lucky guess. Well done. Brilliant. Okay, let's move to the next one. This is HTML, CSS. I like those ones. I'm going to do more of those ones. We're going to do this more. Or is it both? I'm going to say, is it both? Yeah, we're going to do a lot more of these ones. Okay, CSS. Oh, Stanhope Amazing's on fire. Stanhope wants the point. They're not losing it. A hyperlink in HTML is coded using. This is a great one. A hyperlink in HTML is coded using. Is it href /href, ahref, ahref / or href / I can't remember. Yes, that's after HTML5. Sorry, that's HTML5. My bad. Should have told you. That's my fault. What's the difference between HTML and CSS? You all know this. CSS is a markup language, unlike HTML. Red. Blue. CSS deals with function and HTML deals with form. Yellow. HTML deals with function, CSS deals with form and style. There is no difference. Oh no, Stano, they've lost it. It is a panda. Is Natalia going to go and get this on the last, right at the end? HTML tags are always surrounded by these brackets, crocodiles, curlies, or square. Original brackets. Oh, Simona. Who was it? Tanya or Simona who was at standover amazing? Oh, Simona. Ouch. Natalia's too powerful. Almighty. Okay, all right, guys. Who was it? Okay, let's have a quick look. Okay, third place. Something. Well done. In second place, Blues Pidgey. Well done, Finn. And then in first place, I believe it was probably Natalia who likes pandas. Then fourth was Stanhope, and then fifth was Pizza Panda. It's me, and Polar Bear. I'm pretty sure is Natalia, right? Polar Bear. Yes, it is Natalia. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, guys. I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Evans now for your BandLab lesson. I am going to put BandLab link on here for you if you need it. If not, I would like you to go over to BandLab ASAP, guys. Get ready for Mr. Evans' lesson now. Okay.
Hey guys, can you hear me all right?
Right.
Perfect.
Hello, Mr. Evans.
Hello. How is everyone?
I'm sharing as well. Fine, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Good.
Yeah, another exciting weekend. So well, no snow this time, so we have
Yes.
have to
We
find
had
the
to
right
had to entertain ourselves this time.
I know exactly. Yeah. So I think we'll just do a kind of a slightly shortened idea of what we was planning before. We got not so much time, but we go have enough. And then we're going to try and listen to some of our tracks at the end. Can you, if you want it louder, I can turn up like that. You can't hear? Can you hear now? More? Okay. Should be better. I'm not going to try and push it too much more than that. Just because it might end up sort of, if I start playing music, then it could blow up everyone's ears. Good. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, guys. If you have any problems, just let me know. So, I've just set up something quickly on BandLab. What we're gonna go through today is a little bit more of sort of the arrangement end of things. Just because, whilst I like the sort of avant-garde approach that like sort of just putting something down on BandLab and sort of just playing with it is great. What would be good to kind of get involved with is having these little sections where you can kind of see the arrangement as it happens. And what I mean by that is basically 4 bars of one thing, 4 bars of another thing, and then we're going back to the 4 bars of the same thing. I'm just going to add more time to the break room in case anyone needs that. Yeah, so that basically just gets us in the kind of rhythm of just sort of having two different ideas and going back and forth between them. Don't need to do it like all this stuff. You do not need to do it, but it does give you a good idea about how, especially sort of pop music and modern music in general, is kind of like made and constructed. So I'm just going to show you what I've done here, and then we're going to build it, and then we're going to go on to something else in the second half of the lesson. So here is what we got. I've just added a bit of automation to this as well, which I'd like to see you guys start to do. A lot of songs won't exactly start like loud, like super loud. They kind of fade in, especially when they're fading out. So that's what we're gonna sort of, it just adds like a little bit of polish, and it's super easy to do, and it just kind of adds it to the next level. So here's what I've done so far. Yeah, can if you can is that could you hear that all fine? I don't know if that's too loud for you. Just let me know. Again. Cool. Yeah. Well, it's yeah, it's pretty simple. Cool. Perfect. Yeah. Thanks for the feedback. You couldn't hear. Pizza. It should be okay. Yeah, you can. Okay. Right. Well, I'm not too sure. We'll gonna keep playing it, and then if you keep having the problem, then yeah, because if some people can hear and some people can't, that's a bit odd. Maybe that problem will fix itself. Let me keep letting me know if that's a problem. But what we have done here is, as you can see, it's not difficult. I've just had we're going to go and open a drum machine, and then we're just going to do a few different styles. So let's do what we always do. I'm going to bring it back. Shay, we're going to do some tracks at the end, so none of the tracks for now, and then we will have a look at them at the end. So I'll let you know when to start posting. Don't worry, and we definitely will do. So don't worry about that at all. But we're going to go from zero as normal. And what we're going to do first is just go to our drum machine. Now you can see we've already got two styles here, which is fine. That's exactly what we want. So I'm just going to make two kind of different styles of drums. And what we're going to do there to make them different is we're going to utilize our kicks and our hi-hats. And we're going to use these to add rhythm and build to a sort of crescendo. So what we're going to do there basically is have two different drum patterns, one of which is going to be seems like it's going to be slightly faster than the other one. Now, for this example, we're going to move away from our normal 120 BPM and we're going to head down to 105, which I really like as a tempo. If you haven't experimented with it, for some reason, and without going too deeply into it, some tempos kind of seem to work better than others. There's a reason why some music is always at 174 to 176. There's music where some like techno is always a sort of 110, house is always at 128, dubstep tends to be around 140. Same with trap and like a lot of the new stuff. So that's kind of just a vague idea. I can go into that more deeply in a later lesson if people are interested. Just let me know. But for now, we're just going to have this here, and we're going to have our two drum loops. I'm going to use A. I'm just going to sort of make it 4 to the floor and all, so it sounds a bit like this so far. It's fine. It's going to make a couple there. So we're going to end up with something when we play it. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, nothing too crazy. For this one, we're going to add a bit more movement into it. So go into it, put 4 to the floor, but then maybe a couple more. And then let's add all sorts of movement to our hi-hats. Then put some more snares in. So then we've got something which sounds like. Cool. So I'm not saying you need to do it exactly like that, but what the aim of what we're doing today is to create something like that, and I'll make it all forkable at the end for you, so we can also like look at if you want to look exactly what I've done, it'll all be available as always. So just check it out. But for now, I would suggest getting something similar to that, and then we can also just start working around. And once you've done that, we are going to add in. I'm just going to use the same loops that I used before. And if I can remember, oops, not that one. Track. And we are going to write loops. I think what we on before, sort of sequences ish. Yep. That's the one. These, if you're looking for something similar to this, synth sequences are quite fun. This is kind of what they sort of sound like. I saw a lot of you kind of making some sort of quite ambient, ethereal type music with lots of like effects and things like that. That's always a good one for the backgrounds if you want. Atmospheres are also quite nice as well. Again, you got that sort of spooky atmosphere to it. So subliminal atmospheres as well. I know a couple of you are kind of making tracks which could use that sort of background pad situation. yeah, and just like sort of have it in the background quietly, and automate the volume, which is something we're going to look at today as well. So I should be covering that. What I had before is I had these two. If you want to use exactly the same ones as I do, then it is synth sequences expanded, and then I'm going for 04 and 05. You can use any. Frankly, the idea of the game here is to use two different ones. So I'm going to use 4 and 5. If you want to use 4 and 5, you go ahead. If you want to use something else, equally, that's fine by me. All I want to do here is have like a key change. That's all. If you don't want to have a key change, then feel free to use like this, which are both in D. But I'm looking to sort of bounce it up a bit. So going for 4. Here we go. It's too long for what I want, so I'm just going to drag it back down here. And as always, as I always forget, always snap to grids. It'll honestly make life so easy. And yeah, it'll just save you doing that. So now it snaps back automatically. If you're happy, well, I'm going to go through a couple bits more. So I'd like you to keep going with this for now and essentially just utilize what we're doing here into whatever track you're working on. But towards the end, if you want to sort of carry on, then obviously, do so in your free time as well. But for the moment, we're just going to try and sort of focus on this and then expand on it. But yeah, equally, it's really up to you what you guys want to do. Here's what I've done so far. So we're going to hear it. There we go. Cool. Well, it's fine. It's definitely music, but it's not really quite what we're looking for here yet. So I'm just going to copy everything and then pop it on our ninth bar. So now double the length. There we go. So yeah, it just gives us a bit more room to play with. What I would really suggest is, as just a sort of quality of life, general sort of practice, when you have an idea, and this doesn't work for everyone because everyone's different, but you can still, if you end up sort of, if you create this sort of layout, so you have like say 8 bars or 4 bars each or something, then it'll give you some sort of template basically to kind of go back to, and you can use that for ideas. You can use it to stick new ones in or whatever, and that's kind of really helpful for just general sort of just even just mucking around and just jamming with the track. So we now have two sets of 4, and it's going to be song. Just gives you a bit more room to play with, and then obviously we can just add in different samples as such as we want to. One other thing I want to look at today before we do anything else is just the automation aspect again. I've not noticed anyone using any automation in their track so far, so I'm guessing that we need to cover it again because it's really cool and it should be something which you guys look at a lot. I would always have automation in our tracks. So we'll try and listen to the tracks at the end and just try and focus on what we've got now. So we're going to look at a machine. Breakout room. Don't think we've got anyone in the breakout room, but I'll be added anyway. So just going to go through this really quickly. Then we're going to put this here and then go down to, and then we're just going to put it at 0 because we're looking at the moment. We're looking for it to be, sort of basically silent as when we start. So we're going to, this is silence, this is a volume, and then we're going to click here, bring it up, just bring it up to 0 dB. You don't want to add too much volume at this moment because it's just a start. You're kind of just giving people a hint of your track so far. We're going to do the same for synth sequence. Synth sequence is a very hard word to say for me. I don't know why. Then we're going to put the volume. What I'm going to do here is actually make it a little bit longer. So see, it's twice the length and it's achieving the same amount of volume. So then the drums are going to kind of sound longer than the louder than the synth, but they're eventually going to end up at the same sort of 0 dB section. Just a way of like adding a little bit more intrigue to and interest to your tracks. So now it sounds like this. Again, a little trick is you can even use automation during it, so it doesn't need to be for the intros. So what I'm gonna do here is just put one around to this point, drop the volume a little bit, and bring it back up. This is really useful for vocals as well. If you've got vocals in your track and you want to kind of add like something where it gets quieter, and then when you want to have that sort of big, like sort of either whatever you want to call it, like a drop, or when you want these sort of mid, late, or chorus to come in, then that can kind of make it just a little bit quiet, and then bam, up it comes again. And this is kind of what I mean by this. So I'll just start from the beginning. Now it's subtle, I know, but if we just listen to that point again, so you can hear it just gets a little bit quieter, and then up it comes again. And how we're doing that, just in case anyone's not realizing, is we're clicking here, or A. You can also record the automation yourself, which sometimes is actually pretty useful. So if I should show you that, I'm pretty sure that. Actually, no, we'll cover that. We'll cover that at a different time. That might get a bit complicated. But let's use sticking on automation. Then we're going to just make a little outro. So towards the end of our track, bam. Just to again make them slightly different, just to make it a little bit interesting. And yeah, actually we'll do it the other way around because that's fun. Yeah, and then now our outro sounds like this. So, any questions so far on automation or anything like that? Just let me know in the chat, because we're kind of looking a little bit at, and I meant to enable that. Because we looked at sort of bits pieces in terms of automation. So hang on, there we go. And yeah, so just in terms of that, let me know if you guys have any problems at all, or if you have any questions that you kind of want based around this. Because I know it's not always easiest. And just to go over again, what we've done there is click here. You can also press A, which is what I'm using. Yeah, if you just want to click it, then we'll end up with this bit, and you can kind of just sort of do a bit more arrangement. I know it's not the most fascinating thing in terms of music production, but it is pretty fundamental to getting your tracks sort of sounding like similar to what people would want to hear. So we've got to look at that. Let's see what time we're at. Okay. And so obviously from this, you can add any more. You can do bits, pieces of loops. I would suggest keeping them in the same key as you got it. So we're in G sharp here. But you really can do anything you want with that. But as far as I was thinking, maybe it depends on what you guys want to do, whether we can spend the rest of the lesson listening to music or we can go through another sort of section. So let me know in the chat as well what you guys would like to do. I'm guessing I can get the answer. That is okay. Fair, yeah, that works. Content unavailable. I've got with that. Ultra. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's just listen to some tracks. In which case, as always, if you can make them forkable, that would be great. Just means that we can have a look at them. See. Let's try and again. Yeah. Now I've got the same track twice. There. Yeah. If you I'll try and. I'll try and make. I've got Latino question mark. I've got that already. So you don't need to keep posting that. Cat, we got yours. Lemon, yeah. That's all good, Lemon. Yeah, that works. And then, yeah, we'll grab Lemon Shay as well. All right, we'll start with those four for now. Because we've got enough time, so we should be able to. I can see some sort of automation going on this already. So let's go. First, we have got Latino question mark. Let's have a listen. That's cool. That's really good. There's like all shades of like Missy Elliott going on there as well. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, really good use of two different styles of drum beat. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot. The kick beat there really kind of gives it a little bit of rhythm as well. Yeah, really, really good. That excellent work. Right. Currently processing. Let's see. Now, that's a bit better. Cool. I was wondering if this is supposed to be up to there, but we'll see. Yeah, perfect. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I would actually quite like it when it drops out there. Yeah, and then you could just always kind of like copy and paste it like that, put it in. Yeah, paste the automation. Damn right. Put it there. Pop it over to grid. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and then you just kind of end up with something that comes back in. That's really good, man. Perfect. Let's have a look at the automation. Yeah, I mean that is definitely some form of automation. You could always remember if you want to click here, you can do this. That's what the sort of automation we're talking about, and then it kind of like goes all sort of up and down. Just as a aside, if you post it from the mix editor, it's not going to work. You need to publish it or save it, and then post that. Just as a quick aside, because I know it's confusing sometimes, but if you post it from the mix editor, it's not gonna. It's gonna show just what you see, and we can't see what you see unless you publish it. If that makes any sense. London. Cool. Let's go on with this one. That was really good, by the way. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. That's exactly what we were looking at this lesson. I'm really glad that's kind of come across. Perfect. We got all sorts. What do you guys think about a synth sequence pack? I quite like it, but it depends on what everyone else thinks. Because if anyone has a particular request for, I was thinking about it next week. Maybe if if you have an idea about certain tracks you want to try and reproduce, as in your favorite track at the moment, if you want to learn how they did it, we can always kind of go through as one specific track and sort of like from top to bottom and sort of tell you how to redo it or replace or kind of do it in your own style. So if you ever think about that for next week, that's maybe something we could do, depending on how long we can have. But we can try and sort of get that sorted. For now, let's listen to this. Yeah. Nice. Hey, well done. This is really good. Really good. That's excellent. Yeah. That's you've taken literally exactly what we were looking at in the lesson and you made it better. That's really, really good. I don't know which one that is now because it's gone to here. It's not called anything, but that was excellent. See. Yeah, Iggy for life. Yes, well, of course. Yeah, send it in. That was excellent. Really, really, really good. Yeah, that's literally what we were looking at in the lesson. I mean, you took it. Yeah, you really took it to another level with that. Well done. Um, right. Let's look at what else have we got. Yeah, I'm going to try and grab as many as I can here. So, as always, um, I will try and make it so we can listen to as many people as possible. But that was really good. Yeah, yeah. So I should be really happy with that. I certainly am. Cool, Shay. Let's see what you got. Of the builder. Do they still do that? Fantastic. Oh, cool. Nice. I'm really happy with that. No, we're not doing anything. Yeah. Well done. Excellent. I'm really happy with that. That's again, you've taken everything that we kind of looked at the lesson, all the automation bits, pieces of that. I'm really glad that you guys have been kind of taking that on board, because you're going to want to have like that sort of stuff. It just makes things a bit more interesting for the listener and for you as well. But that's excellent. You got the two different styles. Again, you're using some MIDI from last week, so I'm happy that kind of went in. Yeah, perfect. Really, really good, guys. You should be really happy with that. Again, I'm not going to say that it's definitely the case, but remember when you're using MIDI, you can quantize, which is down here. So if I just put that, it'll put them. See, it kind of moves them slightly. I'm not saying that's what you want to do. You don't need to. But I'm just saying if you wanted them to be all exactly in time, that is how you do it. So we're going there. So you can do it to 1/4 again. I'm just going to move them all to 1/4 bars. Put them out to 132. Then it's going to be like a little bit more. You're already at 132 to be fair, but if you put it to 180, you'll see again. They're all going to move. Up to you. Up to you. But that's really good. Excellent. You should be really happy with that as well. Some really good tracks today, guys. I'm just going to put some of these down just so we can get more free space. That's excellent. All of these have been really good. You've really sort of. I'm really happy with the automation that's going on as well. That's really what we're looking at. Cool. And then. Okay. Well, this looks intriguing. Remember, just for quality of life, I can see it looks really good, but you're gonna have maybe slightly some issues. Just I'm not saying that you may be meant to do this, but remember that when you go on view, just up here, guys, then you can snap to grid. And I'm not saying that, but it looks like this one here is slightly out of time with this one. I don't know if you meant to do that. If you have, completely cool. But just in case that's not the case, here is how you fix that. You just grab it, put snap to grid here. Snap to grid. I'm just going to drag it across to there. Now it's going to start on the same time as that one, but I'm just going to leave it as it was because I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you how to do that. But let's have a listen. But already, I am very excited by this. Oh. Oh. And that is something. I think there's all there's parts of that which are really, really good there. I think it's maybe a little slightly too chaotic for the average listener, but I really like it. Again, I think you probably, in listening to it, it sounds like you might just want to drag a couple of these here, just like that. You don't want to do a little off as well. This one needs to go back to 5. That's all fine. And you just kind of got like, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like it's your track, so you do it how you want. But just in case that you want it in the future, or for anyone else, that is how we do it. So again, we can just like pop it onto the one here. So they're all kind of just where you want them. Completely up to you guys. That's just how you do it. That's just in case you want it in perfectly in time for future. There's no reason to have it in time perfectly all the time. So like, don't worry about the fact that it may be this, maybe that. But I really like that. Cool. Let's try. And thank you for making it more forkable. This is really, it makes it so much more interesting for the rest of us, and it means that we can all sort of check out and see what you've done. It's one thing kind of listening to someone's tracks. It's a lot more interesting to figure out how they've done it. I think hopefully that's what people are getting through this sort of music production course. Sort of understanding how to do something makes it a little bit better. Yeah, I've tried to just get one of everyone's. So if you're proposing more than one track, odds are I may not pick it. I'm not saying that won't happen because there's, but it's just I just like to sort of try and go through as many people as possible. That's all. Alrighty. I remember this guy from last time. Cool. But yeah, as I said, walking the track just makes it a lot easier. Now, you see, not. I mean, I can see the drum machine started there, but no. But I'm not saying this. I like that vocal drop sequence. It's good. That. Oh. Use of samples there is really good. They all fit together really nicely. Actually, I really like that. I think it kind of, in a way, it kind of benefits from not having any drums in it. I mean, you could maybe put some slightly, maybe like some sort of hi hat type things. Maybe just a little bit of like kind of rhythm in some places. It's going to show you one thing there, just because it's to do with automation. And it's just when this break here. I really like this break when it finishes, and you go dun, and just stop. One thing I'm just going to show you there is if we look at the FX, you can put in maybe like a delay or something, which is say here, like this one. It doesn't have to turn it on. We're just going to use a mix. Let's go automation. Blah blah. Go ahead. Then we are going down to our filter echo mix here. Put this in to 0 because we don't want any before this. It's all fine. It's all super good. And then I'm just going to put it up to a little bit here. So then it should sound. And put it down again. So it should go. You can make it longer, like maybe make the feedback longer, so like that. So it goes. Something like that. Like that's just one sort of thing I would add, just in case. We're gonna know. We're probably not gonna do. We don't think we have time for a Kahoot this week. Did have one set up, but we'll do one next week. Just because I think we're gonna get through a couple more tracks. And then we're gonna sort of just focus on the tracks this week because we had a little bit less time. But we're gonna do it but that's really good. Again. I really like it. I think just maybe a couple of like rhythmical sort of bits. I don't feel the big need to put like massive drums in it. I quite like it without them. Like do that sort of vibe and do your own thing with that. But yeah, I mean, just with that gap there, you can maybe fill it with a bit of reverb, a bit of delay. It's up to you. I like it, man. It's really good. Right, we got 3 or 4 minutes left, so try and do 1 more, 2 more. Cool. Straight drum machines. Lovely. Yeah. Oh, that's really good. You kind of get somehow with these two toms going, you kind of got like a sort of techno kind of pitched toms thing going on. Like basically how they do that is they use something called an 808, which is a drum machine, or basically it's a synth actually, but it's been used as a drum machine. But here, if you listen again, this is actually really good. So like these two bits here, the way this is happening, these are the toms. So where is it? So it's got two different tones. There's just two different notes. So yeah, that actually worked really well. You should be happy with that. Yeah, it's really, especially when that second beat comes in. I got a lot of time for that. Yeah, this is something which you should be happy with. Yeah, that's really quite good. The Tom sort of programming, excellent, well done, really good. I think we've got time for one more. Oh no, just gonna grab this Simona quickly, and that will be cool. And this will have to be our last one for today because we've got 1 minute left, literally. But let's have a listen. Any title like that is always appealing. That's cool. I'd be interested to see how you did it. So next time, make it forkable so we can have a look. Just because we can sort of just check out how you did it. But it sounds there like you got some MIDI going on, which is really cool. I like it. It's short. More of it is my only sort of suggestion with that. Also, it sounds like there's some sort of automation going on there. Have you reversed it, or I mean, whatever you've done, I like it towards the end. So yeah, definitely keep going with that. And also, well, like the more you guys get used to using MIDI, you don't have to. There's entire genres where they don't use any MIDI whatsoever, so don't feel like it's essential. But it does mean you can put your own ideas in, which makes life a little bit easier, just in terms of sort of making this track your own, rather than sort of just using other people's loops. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm sure you guys know what I mean. But other than that, I think we're going to have to end it there because we're now getting to 1:45, almost exactly. But thank you guys for all this, all your tracks today. Well, we're definitely going to try and I'll have a sort of a Kahoot sort of thing. I know you guys enjoy that, so we'll try and do one for just in general, like going around BandLab. So we're going to be looking at, sort of what does this do? How do you activate automation? What does record do? What is a loop, etc., etc. So if you want to get ready for that next week, then you can kind of take that as a little hint for what you need to learn. But these tracks are really good today, guys. I'm really happy you guys are getting together with the automation. It seems like a lot of you, if not all of you, are completely sort of happy with using that like in any part of your track. So yeah, it's great. You guys are making really good progress, and it's great to see. So I will leave it there with you guys today. But yeah, sort of we'll have something a little bit more advanced for next week, and then we'll do a sort of a coup at the end.
You guys are doing really well, aren't they? I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, really,
Yeah.
all very different as well. So that's great. Like
Yeah.
keep your own sort of vibe in your own tracks. It's excellent.
Yeah, definitely. I really like some of the music there. Like Sean, I like where you got the toms in there that changed the drum beat in there. It was really nice. Shay, you've got one of your first songs that you did was really, really good. I really, really like that one. The one that's got that at the beginning is quite nice. Guys, automation. Mr. Evans is teaching you some gold stuff. Mr. Evans, he's teaching you gold. For you to use automation in your songs is really, really good. There's some professional producers that don't use automation in their songs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, you just be like, guys, what are you doing? Like, you guys are getting it, so that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It's sinking in, right? Do you know what I mean? It's really like you're really learning your skills.
Yeah, it's been
And
an improvement from when we started to now, I think. So, well done, everyone.
Definitely, and also using the MIDI keys as well. I thought was really, really good as well. So well done, guys. Can we have a big TYSM? I know you've done it already, but let's do a big TYSM again for Mr. Evans, because you guys have been. I wish I was your age and I knew that stuff.
Yeah, no, well, they're great. Yeah, they're much better than I was now. So, like,
Yeah, and brilliant, fantastic, well done, guys. So you're going to be the new producers coming out. Thank you very much, Mr. Evans. That fantastic lesson again. I'm really impressed with the progress that the students have made. That's really impressive. And so yeah, thank you very much again. Like I said, guys, no Kahoot today, but tomorrow we'll have a new coding Kahoot. And today, like I said, like Mr. Evans has done, listen to your songs as well. Okay, tomorrow we've got Mr. Sims with our video editing, and we could be finishing off some of the CSS, and also, like I said, we got a brand new Kahoot there, which I hope to see someone win. Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, Mr. Evans. Thank you very much, everybody else. I'm going to say goodbye. Anything that you'd like to say, Mr. Evans?
no, perfect. Thank you guys again. Another great week, and yeah, keep going. Whatever you guys want to sort of look at, I'll sort of if you have any suggestions for what you want to hear specifically, then we can go over it. But yeah, leaving that like is just fantastic. Really happy with your progress, guys. Well done.
Well done, man. I'm really impressed. Really impressed. Okay, guys, take care. Have a lovely evening. And thank you very much, Mr. Evans. See you later.
Cheers, guys. All the best.
Bye.